can teach you how to get cake. If not the whole thing, at least a little slice. Honestly, I'm an immaculate anomaly. I'm an organic organism, ain't no ordinary organs in them. I can't afford any synonymy. That's why my flow is like a cinnamon tsunami with the lemongrass. Ooh, ooh. Let me know what you wanna do. If you wanna build, I'm Bobby. If not, then kick it in the lobby. I got a lot to do. Ooh, I'ma watch what you gonna do. If you gonna build, I'm Bobby. If not, then chuck a deuce. You throwing off the vibe, and I don't got time. It's all about the vibe, all that I got time. I ain't got the goose, stack with me. Don't come through the bad energy. You ain't with the vibe, don't waste my time. Yeah. I can show you how to make a lot of cheese. I got the dialect of dairy in my diary. I'm from a lactose intolerance community. I wanna circulate the units in the unity. The continuity of opportunity for stacking bands. Opportunity to stack the figures with your family. I can show you how to get them figures in advance. I don't see nobody else but us giving a damn. Ooh, so let me know what you wanna do. If you wanna build, I'm Bobby. If not, sucker, kick it in the lobby. I got a lot to do. Ooh, I'm gonna watch what you gonna do. See, if you wanna build, I'm Bobby. If not, then chuck a deuce. You throwing off the vibe, man, I don't got time. It's all about the vibe, all that I got time. I ain't got the goose, stack with me. Don't come through with bad energy. You ain't with the vibe, don't waste my time. Yeah, what's good like making, in the making, a young tycoon that's sicker than typhoid and spit like a typhoon to the rain. Live in the streets where the money's hunted by drainages. If it's aimless, ain't a single thing that can change it, I'm changing it. Get your dollar straight and circulate, then gang with it. Aim for your partner, pocket and pop, that's dangerous. If you ain't with it, you throwing off the...
Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Carolina Panthers. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to...
Ready, go!
They begin with a run by Smith. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number?
On the
6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
6. Ready.
On 2nd down, Young. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Let's
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Ready?
From the shotgun, it's Young. And that will be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Ready?
1st down, and they'll start with Algier. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 39 yards there, a big one. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Algier now up the middle. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24. Algier with another carry. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
3rd down and 1.
Ready?
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
There you go, partner. That's some old-school football right there. You need 1 yard? Give it to your bruiser at fullback and let him get the job done.
Ready?
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping him for the sack. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
19 tight. 19 tight. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And his kick is indeed good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
A quick throw by Young, caught out wide. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on it.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's right. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is taken around the 12. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Big Derek Brown making the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now 2nd and 9. Back to throw here. In trouble, and he's taken down. Brian Burns. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
You could almost see his eyes light up defensively. I mean, as a linebacker, that's about as quick as you can get to a quarterback.
So what did your 3rd grade teacher teach you about straight lines, right? As soon as you have those, you take full advantage of them. He found a gap in the offensive line, got to the quarterback, and put him on the deck.
The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've had it twice. They punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Ready.
Young to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Down.
They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Hey.
Young now.
That is caught.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. A first down carry for Smith. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now Young. This is caught inside the 15. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Smith trying to run for it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there.
His 7th rushing touchdown of the year.
And the Panthers have taken the lead.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down.
They'll look to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Go, Reed, go!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10.
Ready.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the 1st half. It's a 1st down.
Ready.
To throw, Young.
Got his man. It's Jonathan Mingo. Room to maneuver at the 35.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch. to pick up really nice yardage.
And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
Jackrabbit.
They'll try and run for it with Smith. And he'll get nothing out of that one. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. So Young will head to the sideline, and on is Pinheiro for the Panther field goal. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So it was 4th and 1 down in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little surprised that that's how they decided to play it, that they didn't go for it there. But sometimes just take those 3 points and put them in your pocket. I just have one question for you, partner.
Okay.
Hip pocket or back pocket?
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not...
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Smith up the middle. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
The play fake. Now Young. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Pinheiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Dragon 60.
They'll look to throw here. Under pressure, they got him again. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
They'll run for it with Algier. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 15.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Okay, break.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Throwing right, and that's complete. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking for right, and he finds him. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
And 22 more yards there and another first down.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Ready.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 64 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Throwing, Young.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Inside handoff, Smith. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield, He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Fury, yellow. Steel, black.
Third and long for Young. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Carolina. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Got it. Ready?
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Dumps this one off to Algier.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill in for a loss.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Arnold Ebiketie able to record his 5th sack of the season. And here's Ryan Wright now.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right at the 35. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Panthers take a 3-touchdown lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Get it. 18, Pioneer.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off.
And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Intercepted. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second-half blowout material.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Panthers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw. Mixon. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. That'll give him 8 that time. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Eluding the pressure right.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 16. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Throwing on first down. Mixon. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Ready.
They'll look to throw again. Buying time to his left.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Cowboys are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Well, he scrambled outside of the pocket, wondered what was going to happen there. He fired a dart. That's what happened.
He certainly did. Scrambled left, looked left, and then left it in the receiver's hands with some dispatch.
In the receiver's hands, in the end zone for the score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. A give to Smith out of the gun. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism. They created some nice space for him.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a give to Smith. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another 2nd down. It'll be 3rd.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their 3rd down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's their sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on 3rd down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's right. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a 1st down here. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's right. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Smith is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Ready?
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they got his man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 36 yards on the play. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. On the give, Algier headed left. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Not a whole lot there on first and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. They're going to look to throw. And it's caught. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal.
Okay, ready? Ready, ready?
Algier. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
79 Broncos. Let go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He'll buy some time right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand.
Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Okay, break.
They keep it with Smith on first down. And this is going to be a Panthers first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Here we go, shot.
Well, this was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it.